honor and the privilege to meet with Chris and Jody of Love and the Outcome this evening. Thank you both for being with us.
Our pleasure, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you guys both live here and talking about your new album, but thought I'd take a moment just to get to know you a little bit.
Sure.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
Well, let's start with how did you two meet and when did you start performing together?
We met when we were both hired by the same worship leader to tour across Canada. We did worship events downtown in each major city, and he was the hot bass player that I had a crush on, truth be told. And I was just helping lead worship and playing keys, and it started off as just a genuine, we were buddies. We were total buddies, and well, I thought so. But then he was just like such a gentleman, opened all the doors for me, and always got my coat for me and that kind of stuff. And I was like, my heart flip-flopped. And I'm like, I really love this man. So fast forward, when his band sort of folded and his drummer quit, I bought a drum, and I was like, babe, you gotta join my band. And he did.
Excellent. How long have you two been married?
We've been married 13 years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Chris, what drew you to Jody?
Gosh.
Obviously, we know that you were the hot bass player. That's what drew you to her.
Well, this is where the story is turned on its head, because I was the one that was chasing her. So she was amazing. We met, I guess, the first show was the first show for my band, but I had already seen her on stage with the worship leader. And so I kind of knew going in, it's like, this girl's really good looking. She sounds amazing. So we just got to be good friends, and after a while, just got to be really good friends.
You were both in bands or solo prior to becoming Love and the Outcome. When you came together, did you find that you kind of just, that your sound came naturally, or did you plan the type of group that you wanted to be?
That's great. That's actually something we don't talk about a lot, but it's a great question. I think people think, oh, they're married, it must have just like flowed, you know. But truthfully, when we're writing songs, we really do operate as a band. You know, he's a bass player, I'm a singer and a keyboard player. He's way more rock influenced, I'm a little more pop influenced. And so it really took some time, honestly, to co-write and end up with something that felt genuinely both of us, not just one of us. And we're still learning. I feel like this new record is way closer to something that feels like us. Chris usually writes bass lines, and I sing over them. Is usually how it starts. And but it's taken some time because you're more comfortable, like bass player by the drum kit. I'm used to the front, and so we kind of like had to go like that, you know. So.
Yeah. I mean, we just come from very different influences, but there's in discovering that we've also discovered that there's things that cross over really well. Mm-hmm. And this record, I think, is a great kind of combination of those things. Kind of early 80s, kind of synth pop rock kind of stuff, a lot of Police and U2 influence, but also you know, some really immigrant pop influences. It was really fun to make.
It was really fun to listen to. Why the name Love and the Outcome?
That took a while also. It's funny, after doing music for so long, you know who you are and whose you are, but you're kind of asking the Lord, you know, what do you want us to portray this name and this brand? And the Lord was like, how about me? You know, I am love, so make sure you have that in the name. You're married, it makes sense. And we kind of get to embody that in such a cool way on stage as a married couple. And then we were just like, we're the outcome of our love. And so that's really where it comes from, and it's pretty simple, but it took us a while to figure it out.
Do you find that being a musical duo has helped you grow in your relationship in Christ and your marriage?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we try and do some kind of devotional together every morning. Now with Milo, I mean, he gets us up pretty early, and then it's kind of like a tease because he'll go back down for a nap after an hour, and we're like, we've already made coffee. We're like, okay, now we're awake. So we've started doing some video devotionals online, and Jody has great friends back at home that she gets together with and has TV devotions with. So, but we've always kind of been best friends, and we always have loved to talk about what God has done in our lives. And I mean, I remember when it was just the two of us driving across Canada in our little Jetta in the backseat. It's got a keyboard and a drum and guitar, and all of our merch and all of our, all of our clothes. And we're just like, I really think this is what God wants us to do.
Anyone else would have looked and thought, you're crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool. How old's Milo?
He is 8.5 months.
Is he going on the road with you?
Yeah, he's sleeping on the bus.
About to be. We're going to put him to bed right after this. Yeah.
Excellent. You guys are truly blessed. And listening to the album, that was a word that kind of kept coming up. Your sophomore album, just released this year, is called These Are the Days. What can someone expect when they hit play? What kind of musical experience is it?
I think you captured it really well. I mean, Chris was so influenced. I mean, you kind of learned how to, you really got passionate about bass on Joshua Tree. You see Joshua Tree? So I think you can hear that. I think you hear Chris's 80s bass influences and my pop melodies. So I think you're gonna, that's expected, but sonically it plays like a record, which is something we really wanted it to do. The label was a bit suspect, so like it's time of singles and work with this person. We're like, I know, but we want this to almost be one of people's favorite records they wear out. We want them to play it that way and to stick to this kind of sonic palette. So we tried really, really hard to be creative within staying the same sonically. I think also we didn't forsake singable songs. It's important, so important to me. We both come from a worship leader background besides pop and rock, and if we are at a show and people can't find that melody to grab onto, that would really bother me, make me sad. So, because for us, I think communicating with our audience together and with the Lord is still the backbone of why we do this. So hopefully really singable, fun 80s songs.
Yeah. I love vinyl. So for me, I love the album. I felt like it created an atmosphere. Like I could just kind of kick back, relax, enjoy. And I felt like it reminded me that I was blessed. I got the opportunity to kind of just say, these are the days. Was that your hope in creating the album, that someone would have that experience?
Yes.
Yes, that's why it's amazing to hear you say that that's how you feel. That's so cool. Yeah, the seasons of life are always so represented on the record. It takes guts to be honest with the season you're living, but the first album to the second they're such different places. And I think you can tell, first one was a lot more living on the edge and pretty much broke and living in our car and sort of like pounding the pavement a little more. And He's With Us almost sounds like that. Like you can tell we're just like gripping and holding on for dear life. And the second record really feels like a celebration. The Lord kind of told us to rip up our to-do list and make a miracle list, and because He was going to just bless. And so many firsts in our life, never had a house, never had a baby. And those are just peripheral things, but I think that He really was sort of preparing us to be able to receive gifts from Him like we never had. And I'm so glad that you can sense that. There's a song called Good Life, which is the last one written on the record, and it's the only one written with Milo in the room, and not in me. And he was in on all of it, but he actually kind of cries and giggles on that song, and we left that in the track. And I feel like that really embodies what you're saying.
Yes, very much. And you may have just answered this question, but final question. Do you listen to your own music? And do you have a favorite song on this album?
It's good.
It's funny, I don't listen to it as much as I would actually like to, but with Milo and with traveling a lot, I actually don't listen to music as much as I really, like I have some of my favorites that I work out to and stuff like that, and Jody's great at finding good Spotify playlists, so.
We've loved classical in the mornings. I don't know if it's because it's so opposite of road life and noise, and we hear ourselves talk a lot. There's something really soothing about classical, maybe.
But I do have a favorite on the record. It's called Galaxies. We kind of borrowed the verse from Isaiah about your ways are far beyond my ways, your thoughts are far beyond my thoughts. And it was a bit of a nod to Willie Nelson because the last line of the chorus is always on your mind. So, and he's kind of one of my heroes, you know, he's still touring, he's 80. Still lives on the
With
road.
his family.
With his family, his band. Just like, it's awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, I love our record, but it's true. I feel kind of embarrassed to listen to my own record, which is sort of silly. But yeah, I think I have a whole bunch of favorites, but the new one, surprisingly, The God I Know, became the single, and I was actually pretty adverse to that at first. It was everyone else's favorite that listened to the record, or a top song for radio, and I kind of felt like it was a bit of a throwaway. And thought, I just wrote this fun song, you know. But being a new mom and realizing how much I was going to encounter that messed with so many things, comparison and living up to this mom standard and being a mom on the road and just life got crazy, I needed to throw my hands up and my worries down. Like, I never knew I was going to need my own song so much. So it's actually become so special, and I can't imagine not having that song in the set. So that's one of my favorites.
Where can people find your new album, These Are the Days?
I think it's in like Christian bookstores across the country, but the easiest way is probably Spotify and on our website and on iTickets. So, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you guys for your business.
Thank you.